Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Irene and I'm a registered dietitian, and today I'm showing you 3 super easy meal prep ideas that take 20 minutes or less. So our first meal prep idea is hot pot. So I'm going to go ahead and prep my ingredients. I have some Taiwanese cabbage and also some mushrooms that are going to be the veggies of this meal. So I'm going to go ahead and wash and chop them. So slight change of plans. The mushrooms that I had were a little bit slimy, so I decided not to use them. So our vegetable today will just be the cabbage, but mushrooms do go really good in them. You can also get the little enoki mushrooms. I personally don't like those, so I did not get them. Whatever vegetables you typically put in hot pot goes great with this. So basically all you do is, it's super simple. You basically are just assembling it, and then when you're ready to eat is when you're gonna be cooking it. So in your little meal prep container, you'll put your vermicelli noodles in, and then your fish balls. If you want to use other proteins, you're more than welcome to. I just like using fish balls because I know that they're cooked already, so you don't have to worry about undercooking them when you are making it. And then you'll add your cabbage and then all of your sauces. For the sauces, you can do whatever you typically do at hot pot or shabu shabu. So for me, I like to use this vegetarian barbecue sauce. It's also known as satay or satay sauce, S-A-T-A-Y. So I will put a good amount of this. I love the flavor of this. And then I will also put some sesame oil in there and some soy sauce as well, just for like the umami and the saltiness of it. And this can last like a week in the fridge. And when you're ready to serve, you can just pour in some water and make sure that most of it is covered. Put a lid on it so that it can also steam as well. And the microwave for about 3 minutes, depending on how strong your microwave is. And then it comes out like basically like your own like personal hot pot. So I love this because you can also personalize the ingredients to whatever you typically like to eat and then make the flavors your own as well. And there you have a super simple and easy to make lunch, which took less than 10 minutes to prep altogether. Next up, we have fried rice, which is a no-brainer because it is so easy to throw in any leftovers that you have into this and really like make it your own. So it is best to do it with leftover rice. I do have a little bit of leftover rice here, but obviously this is not enough for meal prep. So I did make some extra as well. So I'll be just like kind of mixing the two rices together. And then I typically like to use just like mixed vegetables that are frozen. These are super easy to cook. And then for choice of protein, you can really do anything. Growing up, my mom used to add in like any leftover like deli meat or like ham. Sometimes we would do tofu, shrimp, whatever. I have some Impossible like hot dogs that I got today just because like this is most reminiscent of like kind of like ham slash spam. So I feel like this kind of has sort of similar like flavor profile, and I feel like it goes really well with fried rice. I think I might also throw in some of the leftover cabbage that we have that I just cut up for the hot pot. So really you can add whatever other flavors that you want, and it's super simple to make. I also do like to add eggs in mine as well. My mom taught me a trick that if you don't want overcooked eggs, to cook your eggs first and then set them aside and then throw them in at the very end. And there we have our fried rice. I would say that these are probably good for like 5 days in the fridge. They do hold up pretty well and I've never had an issue. They taste the same throughout the week. And so this is another reason why I love doing this for meal prep as well. You could also prep it at night and then have the leftovers for the next day. So super versatile and easily customizable. And for our last meal prep idea, we have, of course, a sandwich. This is like the easiest thing to prep. Requires no cooking unless you want to like grill your sandwich, which I typically do. We're gonna be making a Caprese sandwich, which is like one of my favorites of all time. I love it so much. These don't hold up quite as well in the fridge, so I definitely recommend maybe like prepping it the night before. It doesn't take very long at all. You just have to have the ingredients and cut them up and kind of assemble. So to start, I like to use sourdough bread, but you could use any bread that you like. This is my favorite bakery in Austin, and last time we went, we literally bought like 5 loaves and have frozen them in our freezer. So I'm just gonna take 2 slices. I typically do avocado first, just like as a base, and so the spinach can kind of stick to it. But since I'm meal prepping it, I'm going to try doing it with the spinach first and then doing slices of avocado on top to see if this kind of like holds up a little bit better and is less soggy, because I feel like putting the avocado at the bottom just like does not make a very sturdy sandwich, even though this bread is pretty sturdy. My tomatoes. Now this stuff is optional, but I like to salt my tomatoes and then kind of let them sit out for a little bit. It makes them like taste better and also helps to draw out some of the moisture so that it's not as wet and soggy when it's in your sandwich. Once the tomatoes have rested for a little bit, you can go ahead and add them to your sandwich and then add your mozzarella. I love going to Costco to get my mozzarella because it is so much cheaper, and you can get this fresh kind, which I love so much. It tastes so good and is relatively affordable as well. And once that's all assembled, I'm going to heat my pan with a little bit of oil so that I can get the 2 sides kind of nice and crispy. Here is the finished product. I love toasting the sandwich because it just makes the cheese all nice and melty and so delicious. I typically like to wrap it up in like foil and then I can just eat the next day. But those are my top 3 super easy and quick meal prep lunches. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!